Hi guys, I am back with another crafting video. This time it is for one of my favorite fictional mythological creatures, the Hippogriff. So I saw that we got a bunch of model kits in at Barnes and Nobles, and one of them was the Knock from Frozen 2, and it looked really cool. I totally forgot to buy it one day, so I was like looking for reviews online, and I found out that there was a Hippogriff one, which I loved even more because it's a hippogriff. So the book is actually really cool. So it's a model and book, and within the book, I don't know, is this gonna be backwards because it's on a camera? Yeah. Okay, so I might figure out how to flip the video around so by the time you watch this it'll look normal. But basically the book has like the introduction to how hippogriffs and buckbeak were introduced into the movie. There's some great stuff for like behind the scenes of how the hippogriffs were made as props. Stuff about their personality, figuring out how to make them walk and look natural. So, you know, using the combination of eagles and horses together. There's like stuff about how he made the feathers look natural. Basically just lots of stuff about how they made the hippogriff for the movie. And then the couple of the last few pages is like basic instructions about how to put it together and how to paint the model. I don't know if I'm going to paint Buckbeak or not. This video will just be putting him together. I am not very artistically inclined when it comes to painting, but I may give it a try. Especially, there's like this like watercolor painting, and it's like the hippogriff's almost all black, kind of like a crow. That's kind of cool. So maybe instead of doing like the generic mottled gray hippogriff, which no offense, but that's not even that greatly painted either. It doesn't look anything like I was kind of expecting the painting to look like. But the model is in the front of the book. I think just pop that. Oh wait, oh yeah, okay, so like the book is separate. I thought it was one of those stupid books where like this piece is always attached and then you have to like rip it out and destroy the cover. But that is really cool that you can just take that off and toss it aside. Okay, Buckbeak building instructions. Read before assembling. Please go through the instructions one step at a time. Don't punch out all of the pre-cut parts at once. While glue is not necessary, it may be applied as desired. Adult supervision is recommended. I'm an adult, I think. Okay, so like I usually try to do in my videos, I'll try to keep the instructions in front of me so that if you want to zoom in or just kind of follow along. It's shrink wrapped. So let me grab my handy dandy X-Acto knife. I'm sure everyone's favorite part of the video is watching me struggle to open things. Okay, so one side is flat and the other side has like the details and the numbers. So flat side, number side. We are starting by popping out the body. Oh my gosh, I just realized that this is such a small model. Like, I don't have anything to compare it with, but I was expecting, you know, like yay-ish, you know, like maybe 6 inches. Like, I mean, clearly, look at the size of this board. Now, look at how puny his freaking body is. Like, I don't know why I thought it would be so much different. Like, look at this. This is like 3 inches. We're not even going to count his tail. This is like 3 inches. Good thing I get a discount, an employee discount, because $20 for this. I get a discount, an employee discount. I think I paid like $13. Either way, rather disappointed. Rather disappointed. All right, but we are starting with the body, which is number 1. Number 2 is this next piece. Looks like the middle of his abdomen. They do seem to come out really nicely, which is good because, you know, this material is what a lot of like cheaper dollhouses are made out of, and those things break and splinter. This wood is actually really smooth, so at least it's a really nice high quality composite. Oh wait, that was piece number 3. Don't copy me at all. So we're gonna move him up 1, and piece number 2 is actually that one, this comey looking piece. Oops. I really can't follow instructions apparently, because something similar happens when I do the freaking Legos. Alright, so number 4 is this piece, also comey looking, but also slightly like a mask. And I am slightly punching out some of the other pieces because of the pressure you do have to put on them to get the middle pieces out. If it were me, I would have put the pieces like around the edge and working their way in, but that's just me. 5 is this body piece. But on the plus side, the smallness of the scale means it would be much faster and easier to paint. Number 5 looks like it attaches to the right side of the model. At least per the pictures. Okay, there it goes. And then piece 6 is the body piece that was right next to it. We'll put that on the left side. Okay. Because the pieces are kind of small, they are hard to manipulate into place without pushing other pieces out. Hopefully that begins to change once we start to assemble more. As you can see, my wings have already fallen out, and the base is now fallen out too. Shouldn't be too difficult to not confuse those, especially since the numbers are next to them. Piece number 7 kind of looks like piece number 4, and it's next to it as well. Okay, and that did break off a chunk, but it wasn't a chunk that was important. That piece is going to go in the back underneath, and it does go in like that, with the comiest part facing up, locking all those pieces into place. Number 8 is this circular piece that kind of looks like a hoof. And that is going to go into the base of his neck. Okay. Then you set the whole body aside. You find piece 9, which is it's like that tiny thing right there. I don't even know how to describe it. So it's the one on the left. The one next to it is 13, but you start with 9. And you start with it pointy tip up. You get piece 10 and 11. 10 is that piece next to the long skinny thing. And then 11 is this piece of his head. Okay. So we take 9 with the pointy bit up. We take 10 that has his eye. The square attaches to the nub on 9. And then you push it all the way in flat. And then 11 is his beak part. And you fit that square onto the last bit of nub on that. And then you find piece 12, which is right here. Also kind of looks like a hoof. And the little slit. This goes right into his neck. These ones do wedge a lot better. Like, it's a tighter fit. You don't really need glue for these. And then you do the same exact thing with the other side of his head. So we take 13, 14, which is the eyeball piece, 15, which is the beak piece. We, again, make sure that the point is up. We put eyeball piece on first. I would definitely say, if any kids are doing this, to definitely be doing it with parents, because these pieces are so tiny. I feel like it would be really easy to accidentally snap them as you try to like push them together. And then you just slide the two halves of the head together. Ew, there's like a huge gap. Like, can you see that? Like, ew. It's like he's been chopped down the middle of his head. The executioner got him. Yuck. Why didn't they make it so that these could slide all the way together? Ew. Disgusted. Okay, moving on. Okay, I guess we just flip it over. Then we take the body and we attach the head. Yeah, okay. So, oh, ha ha ha. Okay, I'm complaining for nothing, because once you slide the head on, okay, there. The piece that it slides onto is the middle of his beak. Okay, so at least he doesn't have a gap in his head. That makes way more sense. Silly me. All right, next is the front legs, which are 16. And 17, and they're right next to each other. The claws do get stuck in there, so be careful. Thankfully, the piece that broke off was just like the bit. So we have 16 is the leg on the right. And I've literally already forgotten which was which, so they're exactly the same. And I see no difference, so I guess it'll just go on. So 16 connects to this little, I don't know, shoulder blade, we'll call it. Okay, and then 17 just slides onto the opposite side, and they are exactly the same. Same shape, same size. So if you're like me and you drop them, and it doesn't matter as far as I can tell. Then piece 18 is like his, I don't know, actual shoulder blades. It looks like it's what's going to hold his shoulders together and maybe what the wings attach to. Okay, and this piece kind of scares me getting it out because of how wedged it is in there. I'm afraid it's going to break. I successfully got it out though, yay. And that just goes right in the back in the little crevice. Just like so. And it slides in there nice and easy. Then we get, okay, also these instructions don't go in order. 13, 14, 15, 16. You would think 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 17, 18, 19, 20. What? That's not even how you read in any language as far as I know. But whatever. So 19 is this haunch, this leg, and it's a leg that's also attached to a stick. So be careful that you don't break your stick off. This is going to go on the right back. And there we are. Then we get his other ice skating leg off and try not to break that stick. There's a weird little crunchy sound. There's like an indent, like an etching for his hoof. That felt a little weak, so be careful as you're popping this out if you buy this model. Carefully press it in. So now he's gonna go skating. And okay, then you find, I think like the last piece on here that didn't already fall off is this little bar, so carefully pop that out. That has like little nibs, make them face up. They connect on here. They hold his skates at an equidistant spacing. Okay, like so. And then you take the base so that it's like oval, and the sticks go under the base. So these things slide into his hoofs. And once the hoofs are all the way in, you can then take the nibs from the skis and press them up into the slots on the other side. And then the nibs on that cross piece, press into those sides so that he's nice and stable. Then we've got our wings, and because my wings fell off, I'm assuming it looks like the wings. Okay. So the wings, I don't know what, so this is, I don't know if this is 23 or 24, but the wings go so that the swoopy is facing his head and the scallops are facing his butt, and you want to make sure that the X side is facing up when you put it on so that the details are showing, and they just slide onto that shoulder blade thing. And now we have our chintzy little model. I mean, it's a cheap wood model. It's pretty cute. It's, like I said, much smaller than I was expecting, and I don't know why it just looks maybe it's because it's painted in the booklet, but I don't know, he just looks kind of sad. So sorry, in another video I think I will paint him, but not right now because I'm definitely not in a painty mood. But this is Buckbeak. I mean, it's cute. Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't probably, but yay, a review for you to help you decide whether you would want to invest in this little model. Alright guys, have a good night. Bye.